Welcome back, fashionistas and tech heads, to another episode of AI the Next Frontier. I'm your host, Maxine Headless, and today we're diving headfirst into the world of online shopping. Yeah, baby. Remember the 80s when you had to, actually go to the mall? Ugh, the horror. Now, thanks to the magic of AI, you can shop till you drop without ever leaving your couch. It's like a dream come true, or a nightmare if you're a shopaholic like me. Ha ha ha.
Maxine, while I appreciate your enthusiasm, I think it's important to remember that we're here to discuss the serious implications of AI in the retail industry. Zalando, a major European online fashion platform, has recently made some significant strides in using AI to enhance their customer experience. They've got this thing called the Zalando Assistant. What exactly is this assistant, and how does it work?
Oh, Don, always the serious one. But you're right, this is big news. The Zalando Assistant is like having your own personal stylist, but without the attitude and the hefty price tag. It's powered by some fancy tech from OpenAI called GPT-4o Mini, which is like the little brother of ChatGPT, but way cooler because it can speak like a gazillion languages. And to break it down for us, we have a special guest joining us today. He's the brains behind Leverage AI, a company that helps businesses use AI to, well, leverage their awesomeness. Please welcome Scott Farrell.
Thanks for having me, Maxine and Don. It's great to be here. So, the Zalando Assistant is essentially a chatbot on steroids. It uses advanced natural language processing to understand customer requests, even really complex ones. Think of it like this. You can ask it, "What should I wear to a beach wedding in July?" And it will actually give you relevant suggestions based on the location, the time of year, and current fashion trends. It's not just spitting out random products, it's curating a personalized shopping experience. I've seen it in action, and it's pretty impressive. Plus, it's a great example of how even small businesses can start incorporating AI into their operations.
That's fascinating, Scott. But I'm curious, how does this compare to the previous version of the Zalando Assistant? The article mentions they were using GPT 3.5 before. What were the limitations of that model, and how did switching to GPT 4o Mini address those issues? And what about this few-shot prompting thing? Sounds a bit technical. Is this something the average business owner needs to worry about?
Yeah, Scott, spill the tea. Was GPT 3.5 totally bogus? Did it suggest leg warmers for a black tie event? Ha 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 ha. And this few shot thing. Is it like when you only have a few shots left at the bar and you gotta make them count? Ha ha ha.
Well, Maxine, GPT 3.5 wasn't bogus, but it did have its limitations. It struggled with understanding nuanced instructions and handling multiple languages effectively. Imagine asking it for a summer dress that's appropriate for a garden party, and it just shows you any old summer dress. Not very helpful, right? GPT-4o Mini, on the other hand, is much better at following complex instructions and understanding the context of the request. It's like the difference between a basic calculator and a supercomputer. As for few-shot prompting, it's a technique where you give the AI a few examples of what you're looking for, and it learns from those examples. So, you might show it a few examples of good responses and a few examples of bad responses, and it learns to distinguish between the two. It's like training a puppy. But instead of treats, you're giving it data. And yes, even small businesses can benefit from this. It's all about improving the quality of your AI's responses.
So, it's about refining the AI's ability to understand and respond to customer needs more effectively. That makes sense. But what about the cost? The article mentions that Zalando was able to scale the assistant to all 25 of its markets without a significant increase in expenses. How is that possible? Is GPT-4o Mini really that much more cost-efficient?
Yeah, Scott, let's talk money, honey. Is this AI gonna break the bank, or is it like a bargain find? Because, a girl's got a budget, even if she's just a head and shoulders. Ha ha ha.
That's a great question, Don. And Maxine, you'd be surprised. One of the key advantages of GPT-4o Mini is its cost efficiency. It's designed to deliver high performance at a lower cost compared to larger models. This is because it's a smaller, more streamlined model, but it's still incredibly powerful. So, Zalando was able to achieve significant improvements in performance and scalability without a massive increase in operational costs. It's like getting a designer outfit at a discount price. This makes it a viable option for businesses of all sizes, not just large corporations.
That's quite impressive. It seems like Zalando's success with the Assistant offers some valuable lessons for other businesses looking to implement AI. What would you say are the key takeaways, Scott? And how can businesses ensure they are choosing the right AI model for their specific needs?
Yeah, Scott, give us the lowdown. What's the secret sauce? Is it like a special algorithm or just a whole lot of glitter and good vibes? Ha ha ha.
The secret sauce, as you put it, Maxine, is a combination of factors. First, Zalando invested heavily in building a robust evaluation framework. This allowed them to test different parts of the Assistant independently and identify areas for improvement. Second, they leveraged few-shot prompting to fine-tune the AI's responses and ensure they aligned with user expectations. And third, they chose the right AI model, GPT-4o Mini, which offered the best balance of performance and cost efficiency. For businesses looking to implement AI, my advice is to start small, focus on specific use cases, and carefully evaluate different models to find the one that best fits your needs and budget. And don't be afraid to experiment. The field of AI is constantly evolving, so it's important to stay up to date with the latest advancements.
That's excellent advice, Scott. It's clear that AI has the potential to revolutionize the retail industry, and Zalando's success is a testament to that. But it's also important to remember that AI is just a tool, and it's how we use that tool that ultimately determines its effectiveness.
Totally, Dawn. It's like AI is the new black, but you gotta know how to work it. And with the right approach, any business can use AI to create a totally rad customer experience. Thanks for joining us today, Scott. You've given us a lot to think about.
My pleasure, Maxine and Don. It was great chatting with you both.
And that's all the time we have for today, folks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with all your friends. And remember, stay stylish, stay tech savvy, and stay tuned for more adventures in the world of AI. Bye for now. Mwah!